Finally, Global Sumud Flotilla activists from South Africa have touched down on home soil. They were greeted with sheer jubilation at the OR Tambo International Airport.
Today, it is about the thousands of ordinary women and men that have served this cause. We want to first and foremost acknowledge those ordinary women and men that made this Global Sumud Flotilla possible. They always operate in the shadows and are never known and recognized. We want as a collective to thank you for having come together and ensured that we were able to see this mission through. Let me also acknowledge our donors.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free.
It's been an emotionally taxing period for the activists to set to break the blockade in Gaza imposed by Israeli authorities and open a humanitarian corridor to the besieged enclave.
We as a collective on our journey continued to draw strength from you. We relied on every information that you fed us from home to be able to communicate South Africa's position. What we embarked on, we knew that it was not going to be easy. And therefore, while we were in Tunisia, we found ourselves victims to the attacks of the apartheid Israel regime.
I think each one of us were very, very clear. From a faith-based perspective, I can say I fear God alone. And these are Zionist occupation forces that know nothing but brutal violence. They came into our room, attacked two women outside our door. We're trying to get mattresses into our rooms. They came back with approximately 35 soldiers. We had rifles pointed at our foreheads, backed against the room to take out forcibly two of our comrades to solitary confinement.
You know, of course, we are the ones who took Israel to the ICJ and ICC, so there is a bit of anger about that. And we don't have an embassy in Israel. We have our embassies in Ramallah in Palestine. So our consular officials tried to come to us. They tried to come to us even from Thursday, and they were not allowed. And then when they finally saw us, it was Sunday. And on Sunday, they were only really allowed like 2 minutes, and they said time up. And then we said no. And they said, okay, we'll give you 5 more minutes.
Activists say they were subjected to harsh treatment. South African authorities say they will look into the matter.
What we've heard now is testimony of how the other activists were treated. I'm not sure if it's specifically related to our activists, but what they did say is that they were deprived of their rights to their legal team initially. And this is up until we really had to ensure that our consulate has access to them. But even then, it was very limited, as you had heard. Our consulate were made to wait for over 7 hours, and they only got to see them for roughly 5 minutes. But in that moment, they were able to condense their experience. We will still be able to debrief with them to understand fully what they had undergone, what they have experienced.
They vowed to continue calling for the atrocities in Gaza to end. Khayelihle Khumalo, SABC News, Kempton Park.